Hey guys, Orly here, founder of Life Vest Inside. And I want to thank each and every one of you for deciding to kick off your week with me on the weekly Kindness Kickoff with Orly, coming at you at the beginning of every week, where I do reading from my book, Kindness Boomerang, How to Save the World and Yourself through 365 Daily Acts. And then I give you, myself, all of us out there, an exciting kindness challenge based on the reading. If you want to get a copy of the book, you could check it out on our website, lifevestinside.com. I want to highly recommend you guys check it out. Get a copy for yourself, for a friend. It makes for an amazing, amazing gift. And all the proceeds go directly towards a nonprofit organization to help us to continue to spread positivity and kindness out into the world. You could check it out at lifevestinside.com. You could also pick it up on one of the online retailers, whether it be Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, IndieBound, iTunes, Target. So check it out there. And of course, you can win your copy right here. In the very beginning of every month, I announce one winner that wins not one, but 2 copies of the book, one for themselves and then one to gift forward to somebody else. So how do you win? Simply by engaging right here on the platform, leaving comments, leaving thoughts about the actual act itself. How did you actually engage in that act of kindness? Or what are some of the hardships when you came to engage in that specific act of kindness? So I want to highly recommend that you guys take part and you share your thoughts right here on the platform. And then on the very beginning of April, I'll be announcing the winner for this past month. All right, before we jump into the reading, just one more announcement to make. Next week, March 23rd, is going to be our second monthly dance party. I am very excited for this. We had the best time in February. We got another one coming up now, March. And of course, the dance is already available. If you go to danceforkindness.com, you'll be able to see the dance. You can register. You just put your email, your first name, and then you'll also be entered to win prizes, which I'll announce at the actual dance party. All that happens is once you register, you'll receive the dance. You get to learn it in the privacy of your own home, with your friends, with your family, with your colleagues. And then on March 23rd, we'll be joining in together on Zoom for 1 hour to do the dance itself, which is so much fun. It's going to be choreographed. It's choreographed by our amazing choreographer, Marvin Casey. And then we're going to engage in actual acts of kindness on the Zoom call itself with our really amazing friend, Marielle from Mindfulness with Marielle. So you guys are going to have a great time. I want to recommend and highly encourage you guys to check it out and to take part in the event with us. Again, that's at danceforkindness.com. You'll be able to sign up there. You'll be able to see the dance there. And I hope to see you guys next week. All right, let's jump into the reading. And today's comes to us from March 15th. And the act goes as follows. Fight the urge to gossip. Ask yourself, what do you want to be known for? And the quote by Frank Clark. It's better to recall something you wish you'd said than something you wish you hadn't. And the reflection. Ever wonder why we were gifted 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, but only 1 mouth? Think of the power of the mouth. Its ability to communicate thoughts, ideas, complex philosophy, and great inspiration. Thoughts are only given power through the great ability of speech, and speech communicates those thoughts in a clear, concise, and well-organized manner. We all know the feeling of being tongue-tied. Perhaps we have great thoughts in our head, but if we're unable to communicate them to the world, it's hard to see what purpose they serve. The gift of speech is one of man's most powerful tools. Yet that same vessel of power and beauty can, if not used properly, cause a great deal of pain by spreading words of hate, violence, and fear. The more we think about the way we use our voice, the more powerful it can truly become. If we taint our mouth with words of falsehood, gossip, and mockery, we taint the same vessel that we hope to call upon to deliver words of meaning, influence, and strength. Perhaps we were gifted with 1 mouth to remind us that we have but 1 vessel, and we must guard it well. I know I've said this many times. The power of the mouth, the power of our voice to either fill somebody with life or completely take the wind out of them, right? When somebody gets punched in the stomach, right, they say, wow, the wind was taken out of them. They can't even speak, right? Because the air is taken out of them. Where does our air come from? It comes from our mouth. We can breathe life into somebody with words of hope, with words of positivity, or we can completely punch the air out of them, leave them speechless, leave them without the ability to express, leave them feeling completely empty. Make them become pale from being embarrassed. Now, I have to tell you something. I don't know about you guys out there, but I have publicly been shamed. I've been publicly shamed several times in my life. It is probably one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. It hurt very, very, very much. And even though I've let go and I've forgiven those people, the scars are definitely still there. I could tell you that. Words really last and they penetrate deeply. I always say, they say the phrase, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. To be honest, that's not a true statement, because sticks and stones can break bones, but bones heal. The thing that doesn't heal, words don't heal. They penetrate really deep and leave lots of scar tissue. So we have to be very mindful of how we use this incredible vessel of ours, our mouth, our voice. Are we going to breathe life into somebody, or are we going to take the air out of them? And it is a choice that we get to choose every single day. Now, we live in a world where it's so easy to spread gossip. I mean, you put out something on social media, you write something, you tweet something, whatever it is. All it takes is a few seconds. Somebody else can share it, and then another person, and you have no idea where it gets to and the damage that it causes. They say if you want to understand just how crazy negative speech spreads, imagine taking a pillowcase of feathers and take it to the top of a mountain that's really windy and cut that pillowcase on the top of the mountain that's very windy. And all these feathers are flying about. Now go ahead and catch them again. That is the effect of negative speech. Once you say it, once it's out, it's gone. You can't take it back. That's how we have to be so mindful of the words that come out of this amazing vessel that we've been given, a vessel to inspire. We have to choose how we want to use it. So when you're faced with that choice, choose to inspire, choose to fill another with life, choose to give another person hope. Sometimes people can hurt us. They can say something that hurts us. And our knee-jerk reaction, our first reaction, is to use the vessel to scream at them or to curse at them or to spread bad rumors about them. But we have to be very mindful of this vessel. How do we want to use our words? Whether we're actually speaking them or in today's world, we can just simply write them on social media. So let's think twice about how we use our words. This is such an important thing, guys. This is something this has been an issue since the very beginning of time. What negative speech does, what false words do, the kind of negativity that it can bring into the world. We have to be so mindful to protect it, because we all know what it's like to be on the opposite side of negative speech and the wounds that it leaves. The likelihood is you remember something negative that somebody told you or words that they said that hurt you from many years ago. They stay with us. But positive words also uplift us. So which side of the coin do you want to be on? So let's be mindful of that. Let's give thought to our words before we speak them, before we write them. When we're in that fit of maybe anger, we're really upset or we're angry, no problem. Take out a piece of paper, take out a pad, take out a diary, write your thoughts down, write a letter to the person. This is actually a really amazing exercise. If you're upset at somebody, okay, or you want to say something negative to somebody, take out a letter, write it as though you're writing them a letter about what you're upset about. You don't need to send it to them. Allow the expressions to come out in that letter. And then maybe go ahead and speak to them. Why? Because our initial reaction is very much sometimes filled with anger. And with anger, we lose our ability to think. When we're so super angry, we lose our ability to think of the words that we're saying. And then oftentimes we'll say things that we didn't mean to say. I'm sure sometimes when you're angry, you say things you didn't mean to say, and then you can't take them back. The person heard them already. So instead, write down those thoughts. Allow yourself to take that anger out so that now your mind and your heart can think together, so that when you express what you want to say with your words, it's going to come out and it's going to be heard in a much easier way. I'm not trying to say that if somebody hurts you, just, swallow your words. Don't ever tell them that they hurt you. Keep quiet. Put your head in the sand. That's not what I'm saying. But it's the way in which we use those words. And oftentimes when somebody hurts us, our first feelings of anger cloud our judgment. Don't allow your judgment to be clouded. Yes, you can speak, but there's also a way that we do it. Is airing out our frustrations on social media the best way to do it? I would say not. It's probably the best way is to communicate with the person that maybe hurt you. Is it always going to work? Is that person always going to be able to hear you? No. And you cannot control how another person is going to react to you. But you yourself have the ability to control what you say and how you speak. And when you get information from somebody else, before taking it and then sharing it as though it's truth, ask yourself, is what I heard, could this be a rumor? Could this be gossip? Can these words, if it gets back to the person who's been spoken about, hurt them? And weigh. Take the time to weigh. Take the time to hold your words back, even if it's as simple as counting to 10 before you actually speak them. So these are some things that you can do. Writing a letter, counting to 10, sleeping on it. There's a reason why they say, sleep on it and then see how you feel in the morning. Because when we're a fit of rage, boom, the judgment goes out the window. So this is our challenge over the course of this week, to be more mindful of our words before we speak them. Now, this takes practice just like anything else. Why am I saying that? Because let's say right now you say, you know what, I am going to be more mindful. I have been spreading gossip, or I do share things before I should share them. So you might start off day one, and you may catch yourself after you've already said something. That's okay. The fact that you're already becoming mindful is already a huge, huge thing. It takes time. Like anything else, it takes practice and becoming mindful of it, recognizing and realizing what this power is and the fact that you have a choice of how to utilize it. Till eventually, you're going to stop yourself before you even speak those words. And eventually, you're going to stop even thinking in those negative ways. You're not going to be a person that people are going to come to with gossip because they know that that doesn't hold any weight with you. So this is how we have to be mindful. This is protecting our character, protecting our name, the kind of values. How do we want to be known for? Do we want to be known as a person that just speaks negatively about others? People that just shares gossip left and right, that takes things from one place and brings them to another? Or somebody that's more mindful of their words, that recognizes the power that they hold? I want to thank you guys so much for joining me for the weekly Kindness Kickoff. I'm excited to hear about your thoughts on this topic, the topic of gossip, the topic of the power of our words. So leave your comments below. I'd love to respond to them and to engage with them. And I want to just let you know, guys, how grateful I am for each and every one of you, for the words and the comments and the responses that you send me, whether it be here on YouTube, whether it be via email. It really does mean a tremendous amount. Share this with somebody that can use the message. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter, The Daily Kind, the Kindness Flash, all at lifeestinside.com. I hope to see you next week for the dance party. And remember, guys, it's kindness that keeps the world afloat. Love you all. Mwah.